Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about the latest immigration news. Join me as we discuss things involving amnesty on Capitol Hill. We'll also talk about the Supreme Court this week. There was a little bit of action around immigration with the Supreme Court. And we'll also talk about TPS for Haiti and then a data breach, guys, by ICE. Be sure to share this with your feed, with others, and comment below to let me know what you think. I'm Latoya McBean-Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York, helping clients nationwide and around the globe to solve complex immigration problems. You can find us at mcbeanlaw.com or at 516-866-3900 to request an appointment with us. Also, friends, before you go today, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss these videos each week. Now, let's talk about some immigration news, guys. Firstly, Capitol Hill. There is a last minute, so to speak, push during this lame duck session on Capitol Hill to push whatever immigration reform or legislation through before the new Congress comes in January. And truly, a lot of the push these days have been around farm workers legislation, and there's some smaller things happening as well. And then there's a push for the DREAM Act. Senators are now calling for the DREAM Act to be passed on the Senate side, which, as you guys know, it requires 10 Republicans to support it to get over the filibuster. That's the big issue there. The House has already passed the DREAM Act to provide lawful status to dreamers and folks with DACA. 10 Senate Republicans will be needed in order for this to pass on the Senate side. And that's always been the problem. And it is still the problem because they fail to get that bipartisan support that is necessary for the DREAM Act to pass. But there is a push. There is still a little push behind the scenes, but it doesn't sound like it's going to happen. Right now, what I'm reading these days, guys, is that maybe there's 4 or potentially 5 senators who support it, Republican senators who support it. But again, they need 10. Also related to amnesty, Chuck Schumer is saying that he wants the 11 million to have a pathway to citizenship, but it is something that we're going to take up next Congress. We'll take it up in the next Congress. It is not something that's realistically going to happen this year in 2022 before this session is over. The year is over. So that's the latest with Schumer and the push on amnesty. We'll see there might be a smaller immigration reform bill that goes through, but nothing that will significantly impact a lot of people. So stay tuned for more details about that. Secondly, guys, Haiti. Here's what's happening with Haiti. Of course, you guys know that last year summer, there was a redesignation of temporary protected status for Haitians who had been in the United States on that cutoff date. So now the big push by advocates is that the TPS designation be extended to cover more Haitians who came into the United States after last year's cutoff date. So there's a push for that, in addition to a push to renew Haiti TPS designation for those who are part of the 2018 litigation. There is litigation around TPS right now. The litigation attempt was to get rid of TPS for El Salvador, Honduras, Haiti, and just recently they were not successful with accomplishing that. It's just kind of been placed on hold for a little bit, so to speak. The government has issued a notice saying that they will shield those of you who are in this lawsuit shield you from deportation until June 30th, 2024. Next, guys, the Supreme Court. This week, the Supreme Court heard arguments from the Biden administration as well as the states of Texas and Louisiana around who ICE or the Department of Homeland Security should focus its enforcement resources on. should the government say that they're only going to focus or target individuals who are a threat to border security, public safety, national security? Should they be able to make a policy and say we're only going to go after those people and target them for deportation? If they do that, is that a violation of federal immigration laws, which says that if a person violates in this manner, he or she should face deportation? That's really the crux of the argument here. And so the Supreme Court heard these arguments this week because, as you guys know, the Biden administration wants to only focus on the very, very dangerous individuals for deportation. And some states have pushed back and said, no, that's a violation of federal immigration law. And we need to be free to go after whoever we know about who has violated federal immigration laws. So the decision by the Supreme Court is expected in June on that. Lastly, this is interesting. ICE accidentally exposed the data of 6,252 immigrants by posting their data on the website, on ICE's website. And these are individuals who are already in custody. ICE said, oh, it was a mistake. It should not have happened. Nevertheless, they did expose all this confidential information about these individuals on their website, but they took it down. So that information cannot be found anymore on ICE's website. And they published it on the website that contains, their statistics and some other things like that, but they took it down. So that's good. I don't know how that mistake happened, but it did. To get more immigration news from us, subscribe to our weekly immigration news letter. We send out a few emails each week, and one of them is a weekly immigration news roundup. So subscribe. It's free. It's you can subscribe at mcbeanlaw.com. Guys, I hope you found this helpful. Share it with others, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.